Today, we see some indices renewing their all-time highs, and although the market seems optimistic, we should be very careful as several stocks such as Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, Palantir, they are all trading around their inflection points. It is a very delicate moment, so let's see what's happening over here and start our daily study. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan, professional trader, founder of the 5% project on Telegram. So join our Telegram channel because there I share clear and defined signals and strategies with our members, guided by a proven winning trading methodology. So just check out our website and get access to information that is worth money. All right, the QR code's right here, link in the fixed comment below. Now, as we can see here, SPY is struggling a lot to maintain the price above yesterday's high. Yes, today we did a new record high, just like the Dow Jones ETF over here. We did a new record high over here as well, but we see annoying shadows above the body of today's candlesticks over here, indicating that we are losing momentum, at least short-term speaking, and this could be quite dangerous because, again, many stocks are trading around critical inflection points. The QQQ is not that bullish right now. As I told you guys last week, we saw this massive bearish candlestick pattern last Thursday, all right? And only by breaking either its high or its low, we are gonna see a meaningful, interesting movement in sequence. In other words, if we lose the $590 over here, then tech stocks will face some problems because we're gonna lose this support area, triggering a very important and quite bearish top signal on the daily chart over here, suggesting that we could trigger a sharper correction, possibly on the weekly chart. To its next support levels, I see the 21 EMA, the exponential moving average on the weekly chart, as our most important support level if a sharper correction materializes. It all depends on if we're gonna see a breakout of this support level or not. Meanwhile, the most important resistance level is the $503.28. Only by breaking and preferably closing on the daily chart above this upper red line over here, we are gonna see a meaningful bullish continuation chart structure, frustrating the previous bearish sentiment over here. Meanwhile, the QQQ is still trading inside this congestion, inside this range over here, and only a breakout will bring something new. It is not like SPY and the QQQ, which are still very bullish in spite of today's weakness over here. They are still bullish. We don't see any meaningful top signal triggered yet. If we do, alright, a mid-term pullback to the 21 EMA on SPY or maybe even to the $550 would be totally plausible in this scenario. Now, why is this so problematic? Because look at Tesla, for instance, for example, over here. Tesla is up 4%. It is a phenomenal performance right now today. However, we are struggling a lot to break the $265, which, as we can see on the weekly chart, is a major resistance level since December last year. Right now, we are retesting this key point again, and we failed miserably to break this resistance level, suggesting that yes, it is a very important one. It is the nemesis over here of a bullish thesis, all right? Only by breaking and closing above this key point, Tesla will resume its bullish bias and seek higher levels, potentially closing this open gap over here at $289 and $89, because remember guys, gaps work as magnets for the price when we see reversals, all right? So if we break this key resistance level over here, our next target will be this gap, $289, all right? So far, we don't see a meaningful breakout. We don't see a meaningful bullish continuation pattern. And if you ask me, if we make another top signal under the 265, it is gonna be a terrible signal for Tesla, suggesting a possible pullback ahead. I'm not saying that Tesla will reverse the bullish bias because we are still bullish, the trend is still bullish, we are still trading above the 21 EMA on the daily chart, the 21 EMA is still pointing upwards, it is rising over here, so it is a crystal clear bull trend. If we see a meaningful bearish reversal chart structure, then okay, we are gonna reverse the trend. We are gonna probably trigger a sharper correction on the weekly chart over here to the 205, maybe even to the 21 EMA over here. But so far, so good. The bullish bias still persists. However, we gotta watch out. The 265. This is the most important critical inflection point for Tesla. Depending on how it reacts over here, we're gonna see either a sharper correction or a very nice bullish continuation pattern to close this gap. So 265, this is our most important key point. Meanwhile, Nvidia's most important key point is the support level, $128, around 128, all right? It is not a magic, precise, very specific number. Remember, our support and resistance levels, they work more like areas, all right? It is not precisely 128.12 cents, all right? It is not. It is a support area. So far, we are struggling around this support level. Nvidia is still above the 21 EMA on the daily chart, which is another very good bullish indicator. But in my humble opinion, if we lose 128, we're gonna probably trigger a sharper correction at least to the $118 down here, which is a very important support level, long-term speaking, because we could see a bearish pivot point getting triggered, suggesting a sharper correction maybe to the 21 EMA on the weekly chart, or maybe to the $97.40, the previous top level over here, all right? So we gotta be very careful on about this support level 128 and the next one $118 down here. For now, let's watch the 128 very carefully. Any bullish reaction over here could suggest another bullish continuation, and as I have been telling you guys, this is a bullish momentum. In theory, we are gonna seek the 140 over here. We are gonna retest the all-time high next. But if we see this support level getting completely frustrated, then okay, we're gonna see a sharper correction on Nvidia, all right? Meanwhile, we see AMD, which is facing a very important resistance level as well, just like Tesla. Guys, look how similar AMD is to Tesla right now. I know they are from different sectors. AMD is more correlated to Nvidia, but just like Tesla is facing a very important resistance level over here, it failed to close above this key point 1, 2, 3, 4 times today. We see AMD struggling a lot to break the 187 resistance level as well. 1, 2, 3 times last week. Today, we are making another bearish reaction under this resistance level, which was a previous top level from April 1st over here. So see, these key support and resistance levels, they guide us in this market because they are very important numbers, because the market look at these numbers and it simply has a memory. They are key points that the market remembers, so we should keep our eyes open around these key points over here. If you ask me, AMD is trying to trigger a pullback to the 21 EMA on the daily chart, and then we'll see if it is gonna be a buy again or not. If we lose the 21 EMA, then okay, we are gonna probably continue the bearish sentiment. We're gonna probably trigger a sharper correction on the weekly chart over here, and then we'll see how to proceed. But right now, we should just keep our eyes open around the 187 resistance level. Meanwhile, Palantir, unlike AMD, unlike Tesla, Palantir broke its midterm resistance level over here on the 1-hour chart. We see that it is trying to trigger another, I'm so sorry, it just triggered another bullish pivot point, making a new high over here. But although the daily and the hourly charts, they look very good, when we look at the weekly chart, we see that Palantir is facing the similar problem that Tesla is facing right now. Do you see this key point over here, this previous top level from 2021, around $29.29? This key point over here is another meaningful resistance level for AMD. Look at this incredible coincidence. Today's high was $29.30, just 1 cent above this high over here. So see, the market has memory, price action has memory, and right now Palantir is struggling to break this long-term resistance level over here. Only by breaking it, Palantir will resume its bullish bias, and we're gonna probably retest the all-time high next, around $45. But as long as we don't see a meaningful breakout, Palantir is not going to resume its long-term bullish bias again. Although short and mid-term speaking, we are still looking good, we gotta break the $29.29 and close above this key point in order to continue the bullish bias. Otherwise, if we see a top signal under this resistance level, we could trigger another correction, another pullback over here. So let's keep our eyes open right now that the market, that many stocks have reached their most important inflection points, because depending on how they're gonna react this week, we're gonna see either this bullish bias persisting or a sharp bearish correction ahead. So let's keep our eyes open. I'm gonna keep you guys updated in this channel, therefore consider subscribing. Click the like button as well. Thank you very much for your audience. Join the 5% project on Telegram. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow.